Ever played disc golf in a volcano? How about with polar bears or sea lions, in ghost towns or cave systems? Well, if you haven't, at least today you're going to get an inside glimpse into some of the weirdest, strangest, coolest places to play disc golf. As the sport grows all around the world, amazing disc golf courses are created, some of them with really unique ways to stand out. These courses might scare you, they might creep you out, or make you feel claustrophobic. But that's kind of exciting if you ask me. We've got some courses from all over the world, in the most beautiful and scenic countries, to some of the harshest environments that humanity lives in. This is the most ridiculous disc golf courses. But before we're going to hop into the video, we're going to thank today's sponsor, the Players Meeting. Now for me, it's a necessity to keep up to date with disc golf news from all over the place. But for anyone who misses out on something, the Players Meeting has you covered. Twice a week, the Players Meeting produces a newsletter covering the most recent Disc Golf Pro Tour events, biggest news in the sport, new plastics that have come out, and so much more. Super easy to read and always with a touch of humor. So to brighten up your day, make sure to go subscribe to the Players Meeting using the description below to keep up to date with your disc golf news. Alright, back to the video. Usually disc golf is played in public parks or a nice private facility, might have to just pay a few bucks to get on the course. But this first place we're going to talk about has to be the most exclusive disc golf course in the world. Antarctica, the frozen tundra with some beautiful disc golf, or more so dangerous disc golf. There are two courses in Antarctica, Ross Island and Palmer Station. At Ross Island, you have a very chilling intro to the course. Here's the quote from the UDisc page about Ross Island. Playing here will have you fighting unforgiven frozen earth, throwing against biting cold winds, and dodging heavy machinery as you play through McMurdo's shipping yard. Truly an incredible experience to play here. Watch out for the polar bears on hole 7. Yeah, okay, I'm not doing that. No thank you, I draw the line at polar bears. I love the sport, but that is not going to happen for me. Literally every comment is beware of polar bears on hole 7. Now that's a trademark hole. For Palmer Station, you have to battle walruses on hole 4. So between polar bears and walruses, cold temperatures with high winds, makes for some ridiculous disc golf. This makes me think of the old movie 8 Below with Paul Walker. If anyone remembers that, there's a scene where all the dogs get attacked. I can just envision that with trying to find my disc and a polar bear jumping out at me. Now the saddest thing about this video is that the next course we're going to look at no longer exists. At least for right now it doesn't. In 2007 at Crystal City, Missouri, an old silica mine was refurbished and being used as an entertainment complex with volleyball, kayaking, concerts, and laser tag. Then they added disc golf, becoming the only disc golf course in the world completely subterranean. Literally every shot was a tunnel shot. The iconic rabbit hole with a small hole in the wall that then had the basket on the other side in a different room. It was an incredible looking experience with lights lining the walls and wrapped around the baskets. You could play year round. In the Missouri winters, you could head down into the cave systems to play some short disc golf. 25-foot high ceilings, with some holes having 20-foot wide fairways. Not going to lose a disc here, just going to have them chipped up a bit when they bash into the walls. It's kind of like playing glow golf at all times. But sadly, it had to come to an end. After just 2 short years from its creation, a nearby creek would flood into the cave systems, making it unplayable. Dreams and hopes of this course one day reopening, but they would require a lot of water to be pumped out and plenty of holes to be plugged. I have visited some cave systems in the past, and I can imagine this being a really fun experience with a lot of people, but there's no way I'm just going to go pick up and play around by myself. Cave systems can be way too eerie for that reason. A unique experience for the local disc golfers, and for us, one of, if not the craziest disc golf course on this list. Alright, time for science class real quick. Volcanoes, we have 2 definitions we need to look at to make this more understandable. Extinct volcanoes are those to be thought by scientists to have no magma supply and that will probably never erupt again. Dormant volcanoes are those that don't show any signs of becoming active, but yet still could be one day. And a dormant volcano is what we're looking at today. Mount Gambier in South Australia has a disc golf course in a dormant volcano. Crater Lake's disc golf course is among some of the attractions in this cove of a volcano, which was last thought to have erupted 5,000 years ago. Now the disc golfers who play here don't have to worry about eruptions, but they do get to witness what has been left behind on the tall crater walls surrounding the area. The course itself is impeccable. The diverse landscapes offers a lot of elevation shots with beautiful trees and water shots. Obviously not as dangerous as you think when you hear volcano, but still it's a pretty sweet attraction. Being able to say you played disc golf in a volcano. It's a cool course with a cool story, but in regards to bucket list courses, being able to say, yeah, I played in a volcano that is still believed it could erupt one day. That's a great way to one-up somebody. Of all the courses we're looking at today, this is probably the most established. You could play this on a regular basis and improve, not feel like you're in constant danger, the important things when you play in disc golf. But the fact still remains, a volcano filled with the history of Mother Earth. As I said in the intro, you could get creeped out by some of these courses. Well, here's that course. Located west of Denver, Colorado, there's an old ghost town called Central City, and right next to it is a disc golf course. Holes 10 through 16 wind in and around the old mining town. Players can throw around the crumbling remains of blacksmiths, old mills, and other trappings from the old town. Playing regular disc golf in Colorado is awesome. Now you can add into that experience with visiting one of the most interesting times in America's history, the Gold Rush. The course itself is private, run by a couple who bought the land with expectations of building a disc golf facility on the property. It was one of the first private courses actually in Colorado. Nearly every hole has OB on it, especially those around the ruins to help try and preserve the structures that still stand. I remember going to Colorado when I was young and visiting some sort of old ghost town. I can't imagine going now and seeing a place like this where you combine history with our sport. Maybe not so creepy after you look at the pictures from the course, but the name of Ghost Town Disc Golf is still pretty intimidating. Also love the name Central City. Is that not the most basic old-timey name for a gold rush city? For any history buffs, this is going to be the go-to course on this list for you to play. We started in the frozen wasteland, we might as well end in a frozen wasteland. This time though, we head north to the northernmost disc golf course in a place I had never heard of. Long year beyond Svalbard and Jan Mayen. Yep, that's my best shot at getting that right. I don't know, it's north and cold, that's all you really need to know about this place. What I love is the pictures of the disc golf park baskets out in the frozen or rocky wasteland from this island close to the Arctic Sea. You don't have a warning for polar bears here, instead the warning is set up for snowmobiles and reindeer, even though Svalbard does have polar bears. I don't know if I can express this enough, I'm not a fan of polar bears. Established in 2019, this place kinda has a homey feel. Nah, just kidding. This place is ridiculous looking. Who's coming up here to play disc golf? I mean, it does have a population of a couple thousand, but I don't expect the Disc Golf Pro Tour to be here anytime soon. What is cool about this location though is during the summer with almost 24-hour sunlight, you can catch a round anytime. And if you catch the timing right, you can strap on a headlight and go play disc golf under the northern lights. Due to the high winds, getting the baskets into place was a challenge. After putting the baskets in concrete-filled tires, they had a solution. Took about a week to get the course up and going once the baskets arrive, and after that, it's been up since. I can't imagine living here though. I've lived in some pretty rough winters, but this place makes that look like the Bahamas. Harshest conditions from one of the northernmost human settlements. This makes it one of, if not the most ridiculous disc golf course in the world. With thousands of disc golf courses in the world, there's going to be a handful of them in some crazy places. For me, I don't know if I'd be able to play with polar bears near me, but hey, you never know. I think playing in the underground system or out in Australia in the crater of a dormant volcano would be pretty sweet. Comment down below on which course you would want to play. I ran a YouTube community post and these were the top results. Make sure to subscribe to be a part of those community polls. Check out r.m. Disc Golf on YouTube for more videos just like this. Don't forget to check out the players meeting using the link in the description below. And we will see you next time.